The storm raged over the small village as Clara, a young woman of 20, stumbled through the muddy path. Her clothes were soaked, her eyes swollen from crying. Behind her, the door slammed shut, her mother's final words echoing through the rain, "You've brought shame to this house." She clutched the small bundle in her hands, a few clothes, a locket from her late father, and a heart full of regret. The world had turned its back on her. No one offered shelter, no one dared speak her name. Clara walked aimlessly until she reached the edge of the vast prairie. There, a small flicker of light shimmered in the distance, a ranch house standing alone under the thunderclouds. With trembling hands, she knocked. The door opened. A tall, rugged man stood before her, Ethan, the local cowboy known for his silence and solitude. His sharp eyes softened as he saw her trembling form. "Please," she whispered, "just for tonight." Ethan looked at her for a long moment, then silently stepped aside. "Come in." The warmth of the cabin was almost unbearable after the cold night. Ethan placed a blanket over Clara's shoulders and poured her a cup of hot coffee. She tried to speak, but her voice cracked with shame. "I don't want trouble," she said quietly. "Just a corner to rest before I go." Ethan didn't reply right away. He studied her face, pale, frightened, but full of strength. "You're safe here," he finally said. "No one's gonna hurt you." Days passed, and Clara tried to help with small chores, cleaning, cooking, feeding the horses. Ethan noticed how she worked with quiet determination. She wasn't weak, she was surviving. One evening, as the sunset painted the sky gold, he found her crying behind the barn. "They said I was a disgrace," she murmured. Maybe they were right. Ethan's jaw tightened. "You're not a disgrace, Clara. You're human. That's all." That night, for the first time in weeks, she slept without fear. Spring came early that year. Wildflowers covered the prairie, and with each sunrise, Clara's spirit began to heal. She laughed again, softly, cautiously. Ethan would watch from a distance, pretending not to care, though he always did. He had his own ghosts, a family lost to sickness, a heart buried under years of silence. Yet somehow, Clara's presence had brought light back into his lonely home. One morning, she prepared breakfast and said shyly, "You've done more for me than my own family." Ethan looked up from his plate. "Maybe you just needed someone to see you for who you are, not who they said you were." The ranch began to feel like home. She fed the horses, tended the garden, and even started reading Ethan's old books by the fire. The silence that once haunted the cabin was now filled with soft laughter and the sound of hope returning. Word spread fast in small towns. When Clara walked into the marketplace beside Ethan, whispers followed. "That's the girl," they murmured. "The one he took in." Ethan ignored them, but Clara's hands trembled. Shame flooded her again, until Ethan placed his rough hand gently over hers. "Let them talk," he said firmly. "You've got nothing to prove." That moment marked a turning point. Clara stood taller, met the townspeople's eyes, and smiled for the first time in public. The rumors slowly died away, replaced by quiet respect. Even those who once judged her began to see the truth: she was not broken. She was rebuilding. Years later, Clara stood on the porch of the same ranch, the golden light of evening falling over her face. The woman who had once arrived with nothing now had everything that truly mattered: peace, dignity, and a life built with kindness. Ethan stepped beside her, older now but still strong. "You found your place," he said quietly. She smiled. "No, you gave me the chance to find it." In the distance, the wind carried the scent of rain and the sound of horses running free, a reminder that even the most broken souls can find their way home when met with compassion. And so, the girl cast out for shame became the woman who taught others what mercy truly meant.